motorway and it said, "If you can read this, I've lost my caravan." That was a decent shout. Now these guys, now this is good. You see, now you guys gave the best applause and laughter earlier, but now these guys are laughing more than you are, you know, so I'm going to win you people over, yeah? We're going to get going very shortly. Do you feel energised? Yeah. Dave, you don't look energised. Are you energised? That's as energised as you get, Dave, yeah? Very laid back, isn't he? He's a very laid band. How many people, by the way, how many of you are real pros? How many of you have been to TV shows before? Yeah. I thought you might be. You're a professional audience, aren't you? Who's never been on a TV show or in an audience before? I don't believe that at all, Miguel. I've seen you in the morning. I've seen a lot of you on TV. But these guys from Australia, so you haven't been to... Yeah? I was like, okay, do you like the UK? Is it cool? What do you think? You can't say anything else, can you, in those seats? You can't really say you hate England, can you? This isn't the right moment. Rita's sitting just behind you. She looks very hard. I really wouldn't take her on if I were you in that situation. But we are going to be going shortly, guys. All we ask is lots of love, lots of energy. Like I said, you could be the best audience on the show so far, right? We can do that. Rita, they'll be letting you down if they're not good. This could be the best audience of the whole series, and you let Rita down, guys, if you don't do this. Sasha, you failed the drumming test 6 times, but you won't be a failure tonight. We're going to do this, okay, as a group. Shall we? Shall we do that? Can we bond together as a group? Okay, well, okay. Can we have an enormous shout? Everybody thinks that England will win Euro 2004. Yeah, perhaps 30 seconds, long enough for you to make love, Dave, and have a cup of tea.
Over the past 5 weeks, we've given away nearly £200,000, and it's been won by people like you. Tonight, it's your last chance, so come and have a go if you think you're smart enough. On BBC One tonight, we're going to give someone somewhere the chance to play from home for a guaranteed prize of more than £30,000. You've still got 3 minutes left to get in the game. Call us now, 090 11 33 22 11. It'll cost us 50p, and the more of you who play, the more money you play for. In fact, over the past 5 weeks, 500,000 of you have come and had a go, and 5 winning teams have shared over £200,000. But none of the audience have had any of that money. Now, if you've already registered, make sure you're ready to start the game. Thousands of you are playing along at home for one place in tonight's final. 4 teams in the studio are playing for the other. Shall we meet the teams?
Playing live for a place in tonight's final. Hoping to top the lot from Liverpool, Anfield's finest. They've not come far, but they're aiming to go far. From London, 3 men and a lady. And hoping to do Cumbria proud. From Barrow-in-Furness, Barrow Dozen.
Welcome to all of you. Oh, it's exciting stuff. So we've got Barrow Dozen, and we've got Dave and Jackie and Graham and Paul. And why a dozen? There's only 4 of you. Can't help but notice.
Well, we played last week from home with a dozen, but we've decided that us 4 are the most desperate for the money.
Yeah, did you play with that shirt on as well?
Unfortunately not.
You're a brave man playing with it on tonight. You deserve everything you get. Good luck to you. And Dave there, what would you do if you won the money? Dave's a fantastic wheelchair basketball player.
I'd put some towards a holiday and then something towards my wedding.
Good luck to the Barrow Dozen. Now, we've got Anfield's finest. We've got Jill and Rachel and Brian and Lauren. Talk us through the team, Brian.
Yeah, family team from Anfield, as the name suggests. Jill, my wife, Rachel, my daughter, and Lauren, who's my son's girlfriend.
Right, and how do you feel about being on telly with your dad, Rachel?
a little bit embarrassing.
Yeah. Yeah. Big Everton fan?
No, wash your mouth out, Nicky, come on.
Just winding you up for the game, By the way, the latest is all-important game with Birmingham. It's 2-0 to Liverpool right now. Okay, so that's good news for you. Could all go well. So let's hear it for Anfield's finest. Anfield's finest, the spirit of Penny Dalglish, I reckon. And 3 men and a lady. Raymond, how did you all get together? How do you know each other?
Well, Jason and I are partners. Colin is my brother-in-law and Crystal is Jason's sister.
And Colin's a secret weapon, got him down from Coat Bridge, so you reckon he's going to be very, very dangerous tonight?
Yeah, basically we decided we needed the secret weapon to dislodge the Alsatians.
Yeah, we're going to meet them in a minute. You secret weapon, you. Ray, so you're partners, but you can actually fly because you've got private pilot's license. And Jason, you're terrified of flying. What happens when you fly?
It's a white knuckle ride that you just can't get off. It's hell. It's
I'll tell you,
horrible.
tonight it's going to be an absolute breeze in that case. Good luck to 3 men and a lady. Last week, our champions, the Alsatians, won just over £38,500 here in the studio. Let's see if they can do it again. The Alsatians! Right. Seasoned pros now, especially the money-winning game. How are you all related? Remind us, John.
Well, the family all live in a big old house down the lane in Tadcaster, and we're represented tonight by my eldest, my son Carl, my middle daughter Emma, and my son-in-law Mitch.
Right, and of course Tadcaster went wild. They were dancing in the streets of Tadcaster when they went home,
informed,
weren't they?
the lads and lasses of Tad were dancing in the street on Saturday night. Not an uncommon occurrence.
And you got, I know, especially on a Friday, Saturday night, yeah. But you got a great welcome, didn't you?
Oh, we did, absolutely. And coincidentally, on the Sunday morning, at the church at St Mary's, the first hymn up was "Come and join the celebration," and they all joined in.
Come and join the celebration if you think you're smart enough. I know the hymn well, yeah. Let's have a look at the money. Radovan, the money man. Let's have a look at the money. Here's Radovan. This is what you won last week. There it is. It's an awful lot of money. Right, OK. Barrow Dozen, Anfield's finest, 3 men and a lady. Who's up for this?
We are.
I thought you might be. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Radovan. Thank you. Good luck to you. Good luck to all the teams. Remember, the best of these teams will be playing in tonight's final against the best of you out there, no matter where you are in the country. We'll try to get one of our 28 satellite phone camera units to you. We want to watch you playing live for the money. And we've already got tens of thousands of players signed up and down the UK. Here's just a few of them. We've got Team Harris from Jersey, Freddie's Pals from Preston, and Barry's Brummies from where else but Birmingham. And now playing tonight, let me see, 578 miles north of here in Elgin, northeast of Scotland. We've got a team calling themselves Flight of Fancy. Hello to Simon and the RAF mates there at RAF Lossiemouth. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Nicky.
That's Sergeant Stephen. What's his full name? Simon Stevenson. Got it. Sorry about that, Simon. Behind you, a magnificent piece of machinery. What is it?
It's a Tornado aircraft, a fast jet, £20 million worth.
Wow. If you climbed in that, how long would it take you to get over those 578 miles from Elgin to London? How long would that take?
Probably about 20 minutes or so.
That's incredible. Quicker than our bikes, that, I'll tell you. But only slightly. Thank you very much. Good luck tonight. They've been playing every week, those guys. Good luck to you. Now we can go all the way down to Kent. Say hello to a team of rugby players called Team Becks. Team Becks, good evening to you in Kent. There they are.
Good evening, Nicky.
Yeah, female rugby team. Is that Laura I'm speaking to?
This is Laura, Nicky.
Right, OK. Hi, Laura, and the rest of the girls as well. You've gathered together experts from every field, and you're very confident tonight, aren't you? Why are you called Team Becks?
Because we're Beckahavians, Nicky. The best team in Kent.
I'll tell you what, there'll be a rucking and mauling down there. Thank you very much. Best of luck to all the teams playing tonight. And if you registered like Flight of Fancy or Team Becks, here's what to do. On digital, satellite or Freeview, just push the red button on your remote control and follow the on-screen instructions. You can also have a go on the internet. Log on to bbc.co.uk/have-a-go and follow the instructions. Or you can have a go playing on your mobile phone. Register, download the Java game and take it from there. Remember, you must be able to see your TV at all times. Right, phone lines are now closed, so get ready to play. If you haven't signed up, you can still play along for fun on interactive TV or on the web. Right, here's how it works. Players at home and in the studio, you've got the same 35 questions. These are divided into 3 rounds. The studio team in last place at the end of each round is eliminated. Of course, that doesn't affect you at home. You just answer all 35 questions, but don't change channel or your answers will be lost. Round 1 is always general knowledge, 10 questions. Good luck in the studio. Good luck to the thousands of you playing at home for serious money or for fun. Tonight we're playing for a total prize of £40,052. That's what we're playing for tonight. Which means this series we will have given away £226,454. He said off the top of his head, not. So, come and have a go. Game on. Good luck again. Game on. Question 1. Watch this.
Oh, okay. Wake up. Wake up. Would you please look at your left hand? Please.
Oh.
Did we get married last night?
The details are a little bit fuzzy, but I think you're not happy.
Do I look happy?
The film Laws of Attraction is directed by Peter Howitt. In which sitcom did he previously star? Here are the options. Butterflies, Bread, Just Good Friends, Dear John. Barrow doesn't, going straight down there. At home, select your answer and press the colour buttons on your remote. Click on the corresponding option on the web or your mobile within the 10 seconds. 10 seconds now up. Barrow doesn't, looking very confident. Let's see if the teams have all got off to a great start. Hopefully you have at home. They've all gone for B. That's the smart answer. Well done if you got out at home as well. B is the well done. Right on the money with B. That's the smart answer. Question 2, here it is. A painting by which artist became the world's most expensive when it was sold this week for $104 million? Was it by Rembrandt, Gauguin, Picasso, or Cézanne? Thank you, buddy. Plenty of discussions amongst all our teams in the studio here. 3 men and a lady. Raymond, Jason, in total agreement there?
Yep.
What are you saying?
We say Picasso.
Do you remember the name of the painting?
Boy with the pipe.
Oh, well done, Jason. That's the smart answer. Well done. On the money, on the button. Correct. Question 3, here it is. Great stuff from our studio teams, and hopefully you're piling on the points at home as well. Here is the question. Which of the Mr. Men is this? Is that Mr. Funny? Is it Mr. Wrong? Is it Mr. Topsy-Turvy? Or is it Mr. Silly? Okay, let's have a look at the studio teams, and have they gone for the same answer? They have. So we'll ask Brian, what do you reckon it is?
Well, with the umbrella and the hat being upside down, we hope it's the topsy-turvy.
You are Mr. Absolutely correct. Well done. Okay, question 4, all ears, listen to this. Here's the question. That is the national anthem of which country? Is it the national anthem of Italy, Spain, Russia, or Japan? 3 men and a lady looking confident. Alsatians looking determined. Anfield's finest looking like they've answered. And the Barrow dozen. Over to you. What do you reckon?
We think it's Italy. We've heard it far too often in this year's Formula 1 season.
And also probably the European Football Championships coming up. Graham, Italy it is. That's the smart answer. Well done. 10 questions in the first round. We lose a team at the end of the first round. At the end of this round, one team will lose their grip on over £40,000. Which team will it be? Can the Alsatians make TV history and win 2 weeks running? Here's question 5. Watch this. This actress advertised frozen peas in the 1970s. In which soap does she make her debut next week? There's a tester for you at home. Is it Coronation Street? Is it Family Affairs? Is it Hollyoaks? Or is it Emmerdale? Paul from the Barrow Dozen's got his thumbs up. He reckons he knows. And what about Anfield's finest? Rachel, Lauren, are you confident about that, Lauren?
Not as confident as Rachel.
Rachel, what do you reckon the answer is?
D. Emmerdale.
D. Emmerdale is the smart answer. Well done, Rachel. Let's hear it for Rachel. For Rachel. Okay, question 6. Question 6. This is an image of which bridge? The Humber Bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, Sydney Harbour Bridge. suddenly comes up. There's the image, but could you identify it? Let's have a look. It's so significant to see if they give different answers in the studio. They've all gone for the same answer. They've all gone for the correct answer. The Golden Gate Bridge. The city by the bay, where Tony Bennett left his heart. Now, we move on to question 7. As well as wine, what did Samuel Pepys bury in his garden to save it from the Great Fire of London? Carl looking quizzical. Is it smoked salmon? Is it Parmesan cheese? Is it chorizo sausage? Is it Belgian chocolate? 1 point separating all 4 teams at the moment. So have they gone for the same option? Have they gone for different options? That's going to separate them. We've got 3 different answers from 4 different teams. This could be highly significant. And let's have a look and see what the smart answer is. It's Parmesan cheese. Well done if you got that at home. That's an excellent one to get. Great points there. It's Parmesan cheese, and I've got to say hard cheese to Barrow Dozen and 3 Men and a Lady and the Will Station. Strange thing to bury in your garden, but there we are. That's Samuel Pepys for you. Question 8. Ronnie O'Sullivan won the Snooker World Championship this week. Who was his mentor? Terry Griffiths, Dennis Taylor, Ray Reardon, or Steve Davis? Which snooker great helped Ronnie get his head together at the World Championship? Let's have a look again and see if we have different answers from the teams. They've all gone for Ray Reardon. They've all gone for the smart answer. That's right. Well done. The maestro returned to help the magician, Ronnie O'Sullivan. 2 questions left. We're going to lose a team very, very soon, and the team's going to lose the chance of over £40,000. Here's question 9. What type of food is angel hair? Is it pasta? Is it syrup? Is it pastry? Or is it ice cream? Paul in the Barrow Dozen is a former chef. I say that as a matter of fact, Paul.
No pressure.
No pressure on Paul. Let's see what the studio teams have said to that answer. And Paul, you can maybe enlighten us. What is the answer?
Angel hair pasta.
It's angel hair pasta. Well done, that's correct. Oh, it's very, very close. We're going to lose one team. This is the last question in the first category, general knowledge. It really is hanging on a knife edge. Here's the question. Watch this, everyone.
Charlie says, always tell your mummy before you go off somewhere so she knows who you are with.
Who provided the voice of this cat? Was it Kenneth Williams, Spike Milligan, Kenny Everett, or John Pertwee? Question for those people maybe a mite over 30 years old. They've all... No, hang on. The Wilsations have gone for Kenny Everett. Carl, what do you reckon?
Not Kenny Everett.
Why did you go for Kenny Everett?
It was a mistake.
What on earth possessed you to go for Kenny Everett?
We misheard Mitch.
You were so good last week.
Yeah,
The correct answer, the smart answer is Kenny Everett. That is a dramatic end of round 1 here in the studio. One of the teams is about to be eliminated. Who's smart enough to stay in the game? With a low score of 7, the team not quite smart enough, I'm afraid to say, and it was very close right up until that final question. It was one of 2 teams, but the team we lose, 3 Men and a Lady, you came, you had a go, you weren't quite smart enough. Thanks for playing. Good luck and good night. Right, okay. How did you? I tell you, that Mitch in Wilsations, he's a jammy so-and-so. He really is. Let's go up to Elgin and see how they're getting on there. The RAF crew, they're in flight of fancy. Hello, fellas. Sergeant Simon Stevenson, how are you getting on, fellas?
We're doing pretty well, Nick. You've got 9 out of 10 so far.
Oh, 9 out of 10. They're flying high. Who's your secret weapon? Who's the smart guy there?
Definitely Jimmy behind me.
Jimmy, give us a wave. Give Jimmy a round of applause down here in London. There you go, Jimmy. Time for round 2. 3 categories, different every week. 5 questions in each category, making 5 questions in all. At home, answer every question for your chance of a place in tonight's final. Wouldn't it be fantastic if our cameras were in your living room and we saw you later on tonight live on BBC One? Studio teams, remember, whichever of you is in last place after this round is eliminated. The next 5 questions are on political scandals. It's still very close. 1 point separates all 3 teams. Here's question 11. Game on. OK, watch this. Question 11. Have a look. That's the theme tune to the 1989 film Scandal. Who played the role of Christine Keeler? We'll station straight in with their answer. Here are the options. Joanne Whalley, Bridget Fonda, Britt Ekland or Helena Bonham Carter. Dave Barrow doesn't, whispering the answer to that one. Do you remember the film, Dave?
Vaguely, yeah.
You're far too old for the scandal. The Profumo scandal, of course. Stephen Ward and Christine Keeler and Mandy Rice-Davis. Who played Christine Keeler, Dave?
Joanne Whalley. Joanne
Whalley's the smart answer. Well done. Well done if you got that one right at home. Theme tune, Pet Shop Boys, and the great Dusty Springfield. Right, question 12. Who called Jeffrey Archer a man of probity and integrity in 1999, just before his perjury scandal? Was it Margaret Thatcher, Ken Livingstone, Mary Archer, William Hague? Former Tory leader William Hague or Ken Livingstone or Mary Archer or another former Tory leader, Margaret Thatcher. Let's have a look at the studio answers. 2 different answers from 3 different teams. I'll tell you the smart answer. It's William Hague. That's the guy who said that of Jeffrey Archer. It's incredibly close here. How are things in your living room or pub or wherever you're playing this from tonight? Here's question 13. According to Edwina Curry, what colour underpants were favoured by John Major? Red, green, yellow or blue? A puzzled look on Jackie's face from the Barrow Dozen. She hasn't read that particular political bodice ripper. What have you all said? Well, they've all gone for blue, and I tell you what, Blue Whitefront is a man after my own heart. He really is. Right. And thanks for that information, Edwina, although it was maybe rather too much information. Question 14, watch this. It's very close here. We're going off from a slight tangent on that clip. What was the name of the MP who disappeared in similar circumstances to this in 1974? Was it Alec Backhouse, John Stonehouse, Frank Newhouse, or Tom Whitehouse? Teams in the studio trying to second-guess what the questions will be. Paul, you're looking pretty confident about that one.
No, not at all. Looks can be deceptive.
What have you gone for?
Stonehouse John.
That's not deceptive at all. Stonehouse John is the man. John Stonehouse. You're right. Paul, calm down. It's fine. It's okay. You're doing ever so well, as are all our teams. It's very, very close. Last question in this category. Watch this.
There can be no whitewash at the White House.
Would you buy a used car from him? The Watergate burglars broke into offices in which type of building? A university, a hospital, a hotel, or a library? The Will Station's absolutely desperate to do the double this week and more than double their money and win £40,052. Let's have a look. They've all gone for hotel. They are all right. That's the smart answer. Terrific. You got that one right at home. Actually, 5 questions on political scandals. Just 10 questions until we lose another team and they lose their chance to play for all that money, over £40,000. And this is all important. They're on tenterhooks to find out what the next 5 are on, as are you at home. And the next 5 questions are on comedy double acts. All right? We're talking Mitch and John from the Wilsations, going by last week's performance. Question 16. Watch this.
Here you are. 4 candles.
No, 4 candles.
Well, there you are, 4 candles.
No, 4 candles. Handles for forks.
When Ronnie Barker retired from showbiz in 1988, he opened a shop selling which products? Confectionery, antiques, gentlemen's clothing, vinyl records. We've got to watch very closely what the studio teams say in answers to these questions, and at home, just you pile on the points. We've got different answers, 2 different answers from 3 different teams. The Anfield's finest have gone for confectionery. It's not right. The answer is antiques. That's the smart answer. Question 17 now. All right, listen to this. And they've been known to sing that song on the Cop. Which duo were offered the chance to buy a share of the Beatles' management but turned it down? Little and Large, John Bird and John Fortune, Flanagan and Allen, Mike and Bernie Winters. All eyes on Anfield's finest. Let's have a look and see if our teams have agreed or disagreed on the answer. What have you said at home to that particular answer? Well, if you said Mike and Bernie Winters, you got a point. Congratulations, that's the smart answer. Question 18. Here it is. Which of these was the title of Peter Cook and Dudley Moore's first TV series together in the 1960s? Classic TV series. Was it called Do Not Adjust Your Set? Was it called At Last, the 1948 show? Was it I'm Sorry, I'll Read That Again? Or was it Not Only, But Also? Paul from Barrow Dozen, you are looking a wee bit flustered.
Well, I think we've gone for D, but I think it's A.
You think it's Do Not Adjust Your Set? That was a TV show which was on, I think, in the 70s or the 60s with some future Monty Python members. In fact, Peter Cook and Dudley Moore's first TV series was Not Only, But Also. You're right, well done. Question 19, everyone. Very nerve-wracking here in the studio. How is it with you at home? Watch this at home. Watch this in the studio.
So anyway, we start off by the castle.
I leave ye with a riddle. I'm hard yet soft. I am coloured yet clear. I am fruity and sweet. I am jelly. What am I?
It's a brilliant programme, Little Britain. Matt Lucas and David Walliams used to perform under what stage name? Beef and Sprouts, Mash and Peas, Chicken and Chips, Pie and Cabbage. Do you know this at home? It's really close here in the studio. Jackie is shaking her head. What have you gone for?
Mash and peas.
The smart answer is mash and peas. Last question in this category coming up. Watch this, everyone.
How do you do? Oh, have you seen that nose there? God, looks like Concord coming out the hangar for the first time. And those teeth! Like a set of white bowlers at the end of a long, dark tunnel, you know. It's ridiculous. I feel ill every time. What's the matter? I like him.
Des still going strong, but I think he's ditched the jacket and shirt. According to Morecambe and Wise, what was Des short for in Des O'Connor's name? Desperate, desolate, destitute, or despondent? Anfield's finest, how are you? What can I do to calm your nerves? Anfield's finest, I can tell you that Liverpool are leading 3-0.
Oh.
Is that better?
That's a miracle.
So, what have you said? You've all gone for desperate. That is the smart answer. Well done. Wow, it's close here. Now, you should have answered at home 20 questions. Only 5 more until our next team is eliminated in the studio. And your final 5 questions in this round are all on the subject of literary heroes. Let's get straight down to it and straight into it. It's question 21. Watch this.
Let's see who's behind the mask.
Right. New film Spider-Man 2. For which newspaper does his alter ego Peter Parker work? The Daily Bugle, the Daily Examiner, the Daily Planet, or the Daily Herald? It's close, and they've all gone for the same answer. And they've all gone for the smart answer. Well done. We're going to roll on. Question 22. Watch this. Who played the role of Heathcliff in the 1939 film version of Wuthering Heights? Here are the options. Laurence Olivier, Ralph Richardson, Orson Welles, John Gielgud. Lauren fancies her chances as an actress in the future. Do you think you know it?
Yeah.
Yeah? And Mitch, do you know it?
Yeah, we know it.
What have you gone for?
Laurence Olivier.
He played that part with brooding sexual charisma, didn't he?
He did, yes.
Just like yourself.
Just like yourself.
That's the smart answer. Well done, Mitch. That's right, Laurence Olivier. Right. Question 23. In which position does Harry Potter play for the Gryffindor House Quidditch team? You know it or you don't. Keeper, beater, seeker, chaser. Loads of people pressing the right button at home as we speak, piling on those points. We could be in your living room later on. That's why you need a decent generational spread in these teams. £40,000 at stake tonight. They've all gone for seeker. Let's have a look at the smart answer. They've all gone for it. Seeker. 2 questions left before we lose one team. Is it going to be the Wilsatians or Anfield's finest or Barrow Dozen? It could be any of these 3 teams that we lose, and that team will lose the chance of over £40,000. Question 24 is this. Which literary hero's final words were, "The rest is silence"? Don Quixote, Phileas Fogg, Dorian Gray, Hamlet. Lauren is studying English literature, if I'm not mistaken. Well, let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen, and also anyone at home. Have they gone for the same answer? They've all gone for Don Quixote. The smart answer is Hamlet. To be smart enough or not to be smart enough? That is the question. Come and have a go. I'll tell you, there's plenty of slings and arrows of outrageous fortune going on here. Watch this, question 25. We're going to lose a team soon.
Mr. Darcy?
A tender moment for at least half the population. Can't see what the fuss is all about myself. Colin Firth as Mr. Darcy in Pride and Prejudice. What is the character's first name? Cecil, Fitzwilliam, Tarquin, or Rupert? Absolutely crucial. Paul's shaking his head, not looking happy. Not looking happy, Paul. Why not?
It's a bit of a guess.
It's a bit of a guess?
A lot of a guess.
A lot of a guess?
Big guess.
How much of a guess?
A guess.
You've gone for Cecil. The others have gone for Fitzwilliam. The smart answer is Fitzwilliam. Did you get that at home? That's the end of round 2. 25 questions gone. Only 10 more to go for you. Keep getting those points. Keep doing as well as hopefully you're doing at the moment. Here in the studio, one team's chance to play for £40,052 ends here. And it's time to see who's smart enough to stay in the game. Will Sessions?
It's very close, Nicky. We're a bit like Leeds. We're having a job to string 2 wins back to back.
Well, are you going to be relegated? We'll find out in a minute. You don't have any financial problems.
No.
That's the difference between you and Leeds.
That's the difference between Leeds.
Barrow dozen. What do you reckon?
Close. Call a taxi, I think.
Anfield's finest.
Well, at least we're not playing for 4th place now. Like,
Liverpool won tonight, and you're winning tonight. You go through. Well done. Is it last week's winners, the Will Sessions, who was so tremendous and such good fun and have been playing so well, or is it the Barrow Dozen, who've been playing a blinder tonight as well? The team with the lowest score has 20 points, and the team that leave us next is, I'm afraid to say, it's the Barrow Dozen. You came, you had a go, you were smart but not quite smart enough. Thanks ever so much for playing. Good luck. Good luck with the wedding. Thanks for playing. Good night. Take care. All right, let's go to Lossiemouth and see how the chaps are getting up there. Good evening, chaps.
Hey, Nicky, all right?
Chucks away. How are you doing then?
20 out of 25 so far.
Well, it was a low score, so you'd have been in a tie-break situation. Excuse me.
That,
but you'd have won it, would you?
Oh, obviously.
Because you're taught to have those quick reactions, aren't you?
That's absolutely right.
Well, keep playing and keep enjoying it. And in a beautiful part of the world, in Elgin there in the northeast of Scotland. And is your secret weapon? It's Jimmy, isn't it? Is Jimmy still answering all the questions?
Yeah. He's coming in with all the answers. He's a top man.
Sure, that's Jimmy for you. Round of applause for Jimmy, ladies and gentlemen, up there. Yeah. Rachel, who would have thought?
No.
Are you enjoying it? Is this okay?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm enjoying it.
Once it gets going, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the momentum and the adrenaline kind of takes you there. Has your dad embarrassed you yet?
Not yet, no.
Yeah. Well, that's a change.
It's early.
Okay, good luck to you. Good luck to the Will Sessions. We're moving to the climax of the first show. The rest of you playing at home, keep concentrating, because if you score 26 or more, you'll get a code and telephone number on your TV, computer or phone, and you could be in with a chance of playing in tonight's live final, BBC One. Studio teams, this is it. Just 10 more questions. 2 new categories, 5 questions in each, and then one team will be eliminated. The other will be playing for £40,052. Right, you're dying to know what the next category is. The next 5 questions are on. Music from the movies. Good luck, game on. Here we go at 26. For which 1982... Watch. Is. For which 1982 film was that song written? Rocky, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4. Does somebody know it in your house? Let's have a look at the answers in the studio. They've given different answers. The smart answer is Rocky 3. Question 27. Listen to this. OK, that music was famously used in a beer commercial. For which film was it originally composed? Betty Blue, The French Connection, Jean de Florette, The Godfather. Really close here. Do you remember the film at home? They've said different things. We've got a Jean de Florette, we've got a Godfather. The smart answer, Lauren, Brian, Rachel, Jill. Jean de Florette is the smart answer. Well done. Lauren. Question 28. From the audience, please. Whitney Houston took that song from The Bodyguard to #1 in the UK in 1992. Who wrote it? Dionne Warwick, Dolly Parton, Emmylou Harris, Tammy Wynette. £40,000. We'll whittle away one other team very soon. Let's have a look. They've both gone for Dolly Parton. It was written by Dolly. That's right. Well done. I'm sure many millions of people got that one right at home. The amazing, wonderful, beautiful Dolly Parton. Question 29. Listen to this. Woody Allen said every time he hears Wagner, he wants to invade Poland. Here is the question. Wagner's Ride of the Valkyries was featured in which of these films? Saving Private Ryan, Apocalypse Now, The Deer Hunter, Platoon. Wagner's Ring Cycle. Do you remember the scene? Very powerful scene. Carl remembers the scene. What was it, Carl?
Apocalypse Now.
That's the smart answer. Well done. Last question in this category, then our final category, then we're going to lose one of you. Watch this.
Every night in my dreams I see you, I feel you. That is how I know I go warm. Far across the distance and space in between us, I have come to show you go warm. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that your heart will go warm.
My Heart Will Go On won an Oscar for Best Song. How many other Oscars did Titanic win? 5, 7, 10, 12. The Will Stations answered that one very, very quickly. Brian looking to Lauren for help. Let's have a look. What have you said in the studio? Studio teams, they've both gone for 10. That is the smart answer. Well done. It's really close here. Just 5 questions left in the game. 5 questions to decide which of our studio teams and which of our home players will compete in tonight's live final for more than £40,000. Let's reveal the all-critical final category. The last 5 questions are on relatively famous. Loads of relatives playing there tonight. Already famous with the way they've been playing this game so well, so far. Can they continue? Question 31. Here it is. This man's brother is famous for portraying which detective on television? Reg Wexford, Sherlock Holmes, Inspector Morse, Hercule Poirot. Are the teams giving the same answer, or will they be showing a difference of opinion when we see what they've said? They've both gone for the smart answer. Hercule Poirot, the Suchet brothers. That's right. Bet you knew that at home. Question 32. Watch this. His younger daughter, Kelly, there. What is the name of Ozzy and Sharon's eldest daughter who refused to appear in the Osbournes? Amy, Charlotte, Maddie, or Michaela? Rachel answered that question with great alacrity there for Anfield's finest. What did Rachel say? What did you say, Rachel?
Amy.
You said Amy. Let's have a look. The smart answer is Amy. Well done. Question 33. Keep concentrating. Which of these Beatrix Potter characters is not a sibling of Peter Rabbit? Cottontail, Flopsy, Benjamin, Mopsy. So close. In the studio, again, the Wilsations have gone for Mopsy.
We know it's wrong.
Yeah. Flopsy. Mopsy.
Cottontail.
Cottontail.
Yeah.
Don't go into Mr. McGregor's garden.
No.
I'm afraid, in a manner of speaking, you are in Mr. McGregor's garden. The smart answer is Benjamin. Two questions left. Watch this.
Ah, Vipavon, my favorite measure.
Mine too.
Fancy that?
Yes, I'm afraid he does.
May I have the pleasure?
Oh, no. I only came here to dance.
After Henry VIII's death, his widow, Catherine Parr, married whose brother? Anne Boleyn, Catherine Howard, Anne of Cleves, Jane Seymour. It's key, absolutely key as to what they've answered here. They've both given different answers. Why have you gone for Jane Seymour?
Emma's a bit of an expert.
I'm really like Henry VIII, and I've read a lot of books about it and stuff. So I'm hoping I've remembered it right.
Pretty confident.
Well, I was when I gave the answer. I'm not so confident now.
You've got every right to be confident. Jane Seymour is the smart answer. Well done. Final question of the game before we lose one team, and then we'll ascertain which of these teams is going to go forward into the live final against one of our home teams tonight. It's all about £40,000. This is Martin Sheen. Which of these is one of his famous actor sons? Emilio Estevez, Rob Lowe, Matt Dillon, Jason Priestley. Let's have a look. John, why were you shaking everyone's hand there?
I think we're out.
You think we're out?
Yeah.
The smart answer is Emilio Estevez. How dare you preempt me? You might necessarily not be.
No.
You might not necessarily be.
We are guessing.
That's it, game over. Not your first guess tonight. One team plays in tonight's final, one team doesn't. Which of our teams is smart enough? I can tell you that the team with the low score has 28. And you're pretty confident it's you?
Yeah, very confident.
Very confident.
The team with the high score and going through with 29. Oof. Is it you?
No.
Yeah. No.
We're not going through, no.
We're sure we're out.
Well, that's a correct answer, but I can't actually give you a point for it. Anfield's finest, well done! Lauren, Brian, Rachel and Jill, and with a lot of help from Rachel there, who towards the end was playing an absolute blinder. You're going to be playing for £40,052 at 9:45 this evening on BBC One. Sorry to the Wilsations. You were smart, not quite smart enough. You're so competitive. You're so good at this. The Wilsations, thanks very much for playing. Stay there, though. Stay there. But who will the winning team be playing against in the final? If as a home player you scored 26 or more, you will shortly receive a score code and telephone number. Ring the number, give us that code. Lines close 15 minutes after the show. Now, all high-scoring home players go into a draw, and the very best of them will take on the winning team later with £40,000 at stake. Let's go to Kent very quickly. Lara and the girls, how'd you get on there in the rugby team? 25, that's not at all bad, but you wouldn't have done it. A round of applause for Lara there and the girls. Lossiemouth, how did you get on, fellas?
We ended up with 28, Nicky.
28? Well, you wouldn't have quite done it. The same score as the Will Stations. Coming up next, In It to Win It with Dale Winton. Join us at 9:45 when we'll see who's smart enough to win all that money. Well done to Anfield's finest. We'll see you later. Bad luck.
We thought we were actually third of behind, yeah.
Bad luck there.
Guys.
Well done.
We thought they'd definitely won.
Well done. You'll be all right. Yeah, see what fun it is.
Thank you very much.
Give them a nice round of applause. Terrific.
Enthusiasm.
No.
What a wonderful enthusiastic audience. Guys, that's the nearest you're going to get to £40,000. You're students, aren't you? Believe me. You'll be spending your lives paying that sort of money back, won't you? Look at that, 40,000. That's tempting, isn't it? Are you tempted to rush the barrier? You could get a new baseball hat, my friend, with that money. Fantastic.